It's the little yellow pill that scientists say could eliminate chronic diseases and help you live well into your hundreds. Kid Jonas has been taking Protandim for 2 weeks now and tells Extra,
I am sleeping better, I feel a lot better, and also energized when I do wake up.
You know, as a patient advocate, I stumbled upon Protandim almost 3 years ago. Someone introduced me to Protandim. I just looked at the research and figured out, hey, wait a minute, I have to take 360 oranges in one day, get the same effect with one pill. So, antioxidants, these are still good, right?
Oh, not only are they good, but we bring a whole new life into this topic. We now know that you can actually boost your own body's defenses without even just taking vitamin C, by eating lots of colorful fruits and vegetables. But there's also a new supplement on the market called Protandim that is made from an extract of herbs that actually upregulates and boosts your natural manufacturing of antioxidant enzymes. So this is going to reduce those harmful free radicals, reduce some of that cell damage associated with disease, and this is a double thumbs up.
How do you find the energy to keep doing it night after night? We get a lot of comments, so people have been emailing me and saying they love how you look, like you're ageless. It's incredible.
I have a secret.
What is your secret?
I have a secret formula. And it's a company called LifeVantage. They came up with a product called Protandim. Now, what causes the aging process is free radicals in our body, oxidative stress. This Protandim stuff, I've been taking it for 2 years.
You have it on the table.
Clinically proven to slow the aging process down. It reduces the oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. So I tested it, and it works. And the nice thing, it's not pharmaceutical. It's real food.
I'm gonna have to give it a try.
All right, pretty good stuff, right? Pretty good. So that's enough to get me excited. Listen, if you own the company that distributed Protandim and that got on ABC News, would you be pretty excited?
Yeah.
Especially if it was like that, right?
Yeah.
Because most news reports don't work out very good for the people, right? Like people are normally putting jackets over their heads and running out the door, and that's not what happened. And so that was aired long before we were the company that you know now. But some of these other things are a little bit more recent. So we're extremely excited about what we have. And I love the science of Protandim, guys. I'm not a physician, but I've sat with dozens and dozens and dozens of physicians about this product. So I know how it works at its core. And it's pretty exciting science, but we won't, if you have questions about the science, I'll try and answer those questions. I'm not a chemist. There's a chemist somewhere in here. I do love the process and the science behind Protandim. But we will talk about some of the validation of the product, because I know as a guest or a new distributor, you may be a little bit concerned about the validity of Protandim because your doctor didn't tell you about it. Maybe someone with credibility from the nutrition world told you about it. Certainly when I got involved, it wasn't a doctor that was talking about this product. So what I'm going to share with you guys now about this product cannot be refuted. There's absolutely no way that you can look at what we have documented and say this product isn't special, right? And so what you see here is just a small representation of some of the agencies and schools that have been involved in the research, right? I don't know if you guys know Sanjay Gupta, if that name means anything to you. He wrote a book about aging less today, and there's 7 pages in that book about Protandim. Not about LifeVantage, about Protandim, okay? And so I've seen that guy talk about supplements on national television before, and I know people that go and buy supplements just based on what he says, right? So I'm a little biased to LSU because I'm from Louisiana. It's just one of the schools. But really the reason that's up there is a reminder for one of the personal reasons I got on the product. I had skin cancer. Required almost 37 stitches in my face for what I thought was just a little freckle, right? I'm not dark complected, but I love the sun. It's a bad combination. And so everybody in my family has had some type of bout with cancer. My grandfather died 56 years old from cancer. And And so I know that when my body starts to have problems fighting off the garbage, it turns to cancer in my family. And I read a study at LSU on PubMed, we'll talk about that specifically talked about protandem and skin cancer. And there was nothing any dermatologist had ever told me before that would lead me to believe there was a supplement I could take that would help, right? So I got pretty excited at the beginning to take the product. But the American Heart Association has been involved in some of these studies, as well as a number of other universities. Probably the most, I think, credible source that we have for you is PubMed.gov. That is the U.S. Institute of Health's website. Let me skip over just real quick. These are our products as a whole. Guys, this is the baby. This is I love this product because of what it does. There is nothing in the world that does this, and there's nothing else in our product line as powerful as this. Okay? There's some amazing products in front of you, but this is one of a kind. We did take some of the science from Protandem and we put it into some other products that we use and are very valuable to people today. We have a skincare line called True Science. It has a lot of the same ingredients, and we activate a nerve pathway called NERV2, just so you know, right? Without getting too scientific. And that pathway is very powerful. In fact, we'll talk about it a little bit more. We have a line of drinks called Axio. That's what I'm drinking there. I'm a little, instead of being hopped up on Mountain Dew, I'm hopped up on Axio right now. We have a weight management line, which is, this is part of it. Guys, I'll tell you something about this stuff. I used to take some proteins, but man, they were hard to drink because they just taste nasty, right? Unless you put a bunch of good stuff in there, and then it's not really healthy anymore. You can drink this with water, and it's good. If you do the other stuff, it's amazing, right? So a phenomenal product. This probiotic, you got to know about this. We won't talk anything about this tonight. I won't. That probiotic has unbelievable science behind it. Amazing product. Okay. So let's go forward. This is PubMed.gov. All right. So listen, I know that you guys are skeptical. It's good. It's good to be skeptical, guys. Because what's the opposite of skeptical? Gullible. Who wants to be gullible? Nobody wants to be gullible, right? So we're skeptical. It's all good. It's good to be skeptical because the people that are the biggest skeptics become some really good distributors. Really, really good distributors. Because once you know what you know, it's really not fair if you don't tell anybody else, right? So this is PubMed.gov. So I was told if I would go to PubMed.gov, now this is in 2009, and I typed in the word Protandem. Can you guys still hear me? Mick, can you still hear me? Wow, my voice will be gone. If you go into PubMed, that's the National Institute of Health website, and you type in the word Protandem, right now you're going to get 19 studies. When I went in, there was 3 studies. Okay, so that's pretty significant. This latest study, I know you guys can't read that in the back, but the first 2 words is longer lifespan. Longer lifespan. And they're talking about Protandem, a supplement, not a drug, a supplement that's only made of 5 plants. If you can eat salad, you can take Protandem. Okay? It's really that simple. The dose is so small that I know children that take Protandem. I'm not endorsing that, I'm just telling you the facts. Okay? Well, if I drink all that, you're going to bring me a porta potty. Thank you. Thank you. So here is one of my first aha moments because I love business. I love it. I can't go in a stadium without thinking, okay, how many people are here and how much money did they spend? How many people are drinking beer? I mean, I'm adding the dollars up in my head all the time, right? I go to a bar and I'm like, okay, $10 cover. Wow, I think I need to own a bar, right? And so I'm constantly doing these things. So I go in here and I type in Protandem, I get 3 studies. But I'm taking other supplements at the time, right? Because I was in athletics, and then when that ended, as I was doing it for money, I got into just doing it to stay healthy, right? And I was taking supplements because aging is not fun. Like my dad says, and it's true, aging is not for sissies. Right? Nobody wants to age faster. We all want to slow it down. I will do anything to slow aging down. Because, guys, I felt better 20 years ago, right? Like 20 years ago, I could not sleep and still go. Right? You guys know what I'm talking about. When you're 20, you feel great. When you're 30, it's like, When you're 40, you're like, whoa. Right? And so I was taking supplements. So I go in and they said, take the name of the supplement you're taking and put it in PubMed and see what studies you get. So I did that. 0 studies. And some of these supplements were expensive. You couldn't get them over the counter. I had to get them from physicians, right? These were doctor-endorsed supplements that I was taking. So I thought I had the best of the best, and maybe I did. It doesn't mean that the supplement or your supplement's bad. That's not what it means. But I would be shocked if you find any studies in PubMed on the supplements you're taking. Now, you can't use the ingredients because, guys, on the bottles of Cherry 7-Up, they have the word antioxidant on it. Okay? Because we know there's a little bit of cherry juice in there, and cherries are antioxidants. But that does not mean, listen, if you can put Cherry 7-Up up there, and you get studies, we should all be drinking Cherry 7-Up. You're not going to get that. There are studies on cherries. Okay? Cherries are good in certain amounts. My point is, there's 19 studies. All I'm saying is that is a supplement of its own. When someone says, oh yeah, I take a supplement like that, if they're close to me, I say, no, you don't, dummy. If I don't know them that well, I just politely say, I don't think so. And let's see. I'll take my phone out and I go to PubMed and I say, what supplement are you taking? And there's no studies, and then I put in Protandim and there's 19. So, you may be a skeptic, but you cannot debate that. That is peer-reviewed science. Guys, you can't pay for that. Okay? That is something that is very unique to what we have at Life Vantage. So I think I've killed that topic sufficiently. This is Washington State University talking about the NRF2 pathway. Right? They said the health effects of NRF2 may become the most extraordinary therapeutic breakthrough in history. Washington State. That doesn't say Life Vantage. It says Washington State. And down here, it says, interestingly, Protandim, a dietary supplement consisting of herbs, was the most potent inducer. And some of the other things they tested were drugs. So, I don't know. Would you rather take a drug with side effects or Protandim that has plants? It's an easy choice, right? And that's Washington State. So, we're pretty excited. When I said, what are we excited about? I think we have something to be excited about. If you like aging fast, maybe you're not excited. If you like aging slow, you should be excited, right? Some people want to see-proof. So there's some of the skincare line. You can put science into people's nose all day. And they're like, I got to feel it. I got to see it. Okay, I got it. Look, there it goes. Okay, here's some more. Pretty good, right? So, if you like wrinkles, don't use our stuff. If you like to get rid of wrinkles, we've got some stuff. It's pretty good. If you like being overweight, don't use our stuff. If you like to, look, that's for real. I know that, girl. That's not like photoshopped. That's for real. The company just gave away over $20,000 last week in some weight loss programs. Pretty phenomenal stuff, right? So we love our products. I feel kind of like this guy every morning. Like I can't wait to take our products. And by the way, we do have a product for dogs. It's right here. It's not a cupcake, right? It's Protandim that tastes like bacon or smells like it. I never tried it. But I hope in the last few minutes I've been able to display my passion for the product, because they are a life-changing product. And I've yet to see anything that can match what we have from a product offering. But at my core is the opportunity. Because I know this, most people I know that are physically sick, they were financially sick first. Is eating clean, is eating good food expensive? I mean, it's cheap to eat the crap, right? But a lot of people don't get to eat the way they want. They just don't have the money, right? So if money wasn't an issue, you could probably have a pretty good diet, right? And if you're financially sick, sometimes that makes you mentally sick because it's the only thing you think about. You can't be productive at work because you're thinking about, I don't have rent this month, right? And it's just this evil cycle. So at its core, I'm excited about the business. So that might be some questions I ask people, right? I start off with, are you happy? Because if you love the state that you're in right now, then just take our products, don't do the business. Like if you have all the time in the world and you have more money than you need, don't do the business. Just take the products. But I know that's almost none of us. Okay? Do you love Monday? Do you guys know there's more heart attacks on Monday morning than any other day of the week? That's a fact. It's sad, but that's a fact. Okay? Just go look at the statistics. And the last thing is, do you have residual bills? What's that about, right? I'm going to take some of that. We all have bills, right? Yep, we do. I know it's a rhetorical question. And the bills come no matter what, right? In the back, do the bills come no matter what? They just keep coming, right? If you don't work, do the bills keep coming? Yeah. If you get sick, does the car payment need to be made? They're residual. They just keep coming. So here's the deal. Here's your residual bills. Maybe it's like here, right? Do you have the residual income to match it? And if you don't have the residual income to match it, you know what you get to do? You get to keep working. True? You get to keep working. And sadly, people never have enough residual income coming in to match their bills. And it's not the way, we should not see grandparents still working. Grandparents should be with the grandkids, right? We shouldn't see people having 2 and 3 jobs. That's not right. It's just not, right? That's not the way it was 2 or 3 generations ago. Right? I don't know about you guys, but my mom was a stay-at-home mom. And my grandmother definitely was. Right? That's all changed. Things are a little jacked up now. Okay? And so I'm just real about things. So I'm going to talk to the guys for just a second. Okay? Maybe some of the ladies, but since I'm a guy, I can talk to guys this way. Because a lot of times guys will look at this business opportunity and they'll just kind of poo-poo it off as this little deal. Okay? So here, I want you to think about this, all of you though. When I got involved with LifeVantage, I was 37. I had owned my own businesses for 17 years. Six tax returns. 6 different companies we owned. And they were all generating money. They weren't just like shell companies. So I was busy, right? And I think we were pretty frugal with our money because we didn't live above our means. And I had about $200,000 in cash that I could put my hands on. Okay? By most people's standards, that's really good. Most people don't have that kind of money at any age, much less 37. So obviously, I was working hard, I was crushing it, and I wasn't spending more money than I was making. Right? That's a concept. So here's the problem, guys, and some of your ladies. If there's women in here that's you're providing for yourself, I'm talking to you, okay? I hope you guys know the retirement formula. Because if you don't know the retirement formula, you're in trouble. It takes a lot of money to retire. And what I mean by retire, I'm never going to retire. I'm going to work forever because I love working. But I'm going to work at things I want to do, not what I'm forced to do. See, I was doing the car business and real estate because I was forced to do it. Because that's where my skills were. It's where my experience was. But I hated it. The thrill was gone. The thrill was gone. I don't know if you guys are like that. Do you guys just do what you do because you got to? Most people do, right? How many people do you know are like wanting to go back to school because they need to change careers? That's not odd. How many of you guys are doing right now for a living what you thought you were going to do when you came out of high school or college? A lot of people have degrees and they never even use it because life doesn't work that way in life. You don't get to choose most of the time, right? And so here's the deal, guys. $1 million, stick with me, $1 million at 6% interest, which is a safe return. And it's really not 6. It's a little lower than 6. But when I say a safe return, if you had worked hard enough to put $1 million away, the last thing you want to do is lose it, right? You want it safe. I mean, we're not going risky here. We're going safe. That's about really 4 or 5%. Well, let's say 6. 6% of $1 million is $60,000. Divided by 12 is $5,000 a month. 12 months, $5,000, right? Can you live the way you want to live on $5,000? No way. No way. So here's the question, and I hope this snaps people into reality. How long do you have to do the job that you're doing right now? How long do you have to do the job you're doing right now before you have $1 million in the bank? And it's never. It's never for most people. And $1 million isn't enough. It's more like 2 million, $1.5 million, 2 million. So you know what that means? It means you get to keep working unless you find something that can make you money faster than you spend it. Agreed? Yep. I told you I was going to talk real to you guys tonight. So don't poo-poo this thing because it's network marketing. Because at the end of the day, my bill collectors don't care that it's network marketing. They don't care where my money comes from. They just want their money. Right? And so that's why I am excited about what we have. Because we have a system that flat works. It works every time if you do what I did. And guys, I'm not like Superman. And I had all these corporations, I had a wife, and I had kids, and I did this. You can do this, all right? So let's roll into this a little bit more, right? So I told you some of this. I just had a decision to make. And maybe you guys have a decision to make after what I just said. Because if you're not going to get to $1 million in the next couple of years, you need to watch. You need to watch this. Because every one of you in this room can be earning $3,000 to $4,000 or $5,000 a month within a year. I've seen it happen over and over and over. Does it happen for everyone? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But here's what I know for sure. You're not earning $1 million in the next couple of years. So I think doing the same thing over and over and over is kind of silly and expecting something different, right? And so, guys, I had businesses that owned me, and I saw a product that everybody needed. Everybody. Listen, I call this the refrigerator. You know why? If a refrigerator cost you guys $40 a month, would you still have one? Yep, you would, right? And does the refrigerator make your food taste any better? No, it just makes it last longer, right? It just makes it last longer. It's a convenience. When we're done branding this around the world, you're not going to take this to feel better. You're not going to take this to feel something. You don't use the refrigerator to make the food taste better. You make it to last longer, right? Like this study says. Last longer. Proven. Proven. 7% more life. Healthy life. Not 7 more years in a diaper. 7 more years where you don't have to deal with nasty diseases. That's what I'm signed up for. That's why I'm taking it, right? So I think we've got something big. The same thing that happens to an apple when you don't consume it, it turns brown, it's happening in your body right now. And probably twice as fast in this hot room, right? So, here's the company, it's LifeVantage. The company's publicly traded. Is that a good thing? I think so. Being publicly traded is a big deal, right? Here's a little inside joke I'm going to let you guys in on. I promise you, if you go to your friends and say, hey, what's your name? Rose. All over my voice. Rose, I got this deal. I think we're going to make a lot. I think we can make about 20 grand a month. But I don't know how long we'll be able to make it because I don't know if it's legal. Most of you in this room will want to know more. 20 grand, you're like, I don't care if it's illegal or not. So here's the deal, guys. We're publicly traded. It is one of those things, but it's legit. Do some of these companies work? Yeah, they're billion-dollar companies. Your job is to find it before everybody knows. Okay? If you find it before everybody knows, you make a lot of money. If you wait till everybody knows, then you just get to use the products. Does that make sense? All right. The trends, guys, the trends are in our favor. We'll talk just a little bit. 3/4 of Americans, 3/4 of this room lives paycheck to paycheck. 3/4 of this room, if you don't get a paycheck for a couple months, it's a bad deal in your house. Okay? That's not good. It's not good, guys. People are retiring at 65 with 40 grand in the bank. How long can you live on 40 grand? That's real statistics. That's what you get if you think your employer is going to take care of you. Remember what I said, guys. Car insurance, health insurance, we have it just in case. Do you have financial insurance? No, because you can't buy financial insurance. You got to create it. That's what this is, guys. This is creating insurance for the future in case something happens, right? Our system, we call it the proven plan. When you get into our business, we have a step-by-step system that we follow. In fact, tonight, we're going to take a break and let people get signed up that want to sign up. And while I'm here, I'm going to share 2 principles that will make you a Pro 10. You may want to hear that. I don't know. All right? But the system works. Here's the best thing that I can tell you about our system. My wife and I had never done network marketing with Pro 10s. It's the highest rank in the company. We've never done it before. So you can say, oh, okay, you're lucky. You knew all the right people. You're this crazy, energetic guy. And so that's why. And your friends were really smart. Your friends knew people. I hear all those excuses. Okay? But my brother-in-law, some of you guys know, Fred Graves, he's 10 years younger than me. He had never done this business. When he signed up in this business, he was homeless because he just moved back to the States, a bad business deal. And he's a Pro 9, and his wife's a Pro 8. And they've never done this. Okay? So we're going to show you the income earning statements. You do the math. It's more money than you need a month to live on. Okay? My best friend in Louisiana growing up, they're Pro 8s. They never did this. And I can go on and on and on and on and on. But my cousin who signed me up makes $250,000 a year. She had never done this before. Okay? So, does that tell you how good our system is? Or were we all lucky? Yeah, I guess we were all. We're using technology in our system. You can literally run your whole business from this. Literally. We've got 3 or 4 apps now that are ours that the company has developed that is amazing. Amazing apps. And if you guys don't think the world's going that way, 10 years ago, I hadn't even heard of Amazon. Last year, I bought, what about you? Last year, did you buy a couple things from Amazon last year? Yep. Have you bought more this year than you did last year? Is there a trend? There's a trend. And guess what? This is no different than Amazon. You find something, you tell your friends about it, they go to Amazon, they put their credit card in, they get a shipment in the mail. The only difference is Amazon doesn't send you a check, LifeVantage will. Tell your friends about this, we're going to put them in a system, they're going to put their credit card in, LifeVantage is going to ship the product, we get a check. It's the same thing, guys. It's the same thing. No different. The timing, we talked a little bit about the timing. I love what I see here in this room, busting out the seams. I hope this scares the crap out of every distributor in this room because we are about to roll. I told some people a few months ago, it's 2010 all over again. And if you guys were around then, you know what I mean. This thing's about to explode. If you don't know what the tipping point is, you need to figure it out because we're about to hit the tipping point with this company. Things are aligned. And you need to tell some people about this before people find out. Here's the deal. There's only about 70,000 distributors in the world. In the world. The first 120 to 150,000 distributors will make up the part of the group that makes the majority of the revenue of this company. So that means everybody in this room, and until we almost double will be in this phase of the business, the pioneering phase, before critical mass, okay? Before this thing takes off. Once it takes off, we get to reap a lot of the benefits. So a lot of you that have been in this thing, and you've only got 1 or 2 distributors, and your business isn't where you want it to be, keep doing it. Because when it takes off, people are going to be knocking at your doors to do this, okay? These are our packs. There's 3 packs. I'm not going to tell you what pack to sign up on. I'll tell you what I did. It's this one. And I don't sign anybody up other than that one, the platinum pack. And there's a lot of reasons why. And it's not because we make more money. Believe me, I did. This trip alone cost me $3,000. I didn't spend $3,000 to just make a couple hundred. That's a bad business, all right? It's not about signing people up. It's about a system that requires you becoming a distributor. When you get in, you get products. This kit comes with $1,000 in product. That one comes with $500. This one comes with $250. So my advice, if you want to be a customer and you think you might tell 1 or 2 people about this, you get the Freedom Pack. If you think that you want to get into business, you need to make $50, $100, a couple $100, you get the Vantage Pack. But if you want all of the opportunity, not a little of the opportunity, if you want all of the opportunity, you get the Platinum Pack. Okay? There's 6 ways to get paid. There's 3 weekly, these are weekly bonuses, right? We get paid 50% when people sign up as distributors. We get paid 30% when they buy the product, which, by the way, is a really, really high commission. Anybody in sales? Is 50 and 30% good commission? Would someone like to get that from their employer now? That's what we do. One and done, though, right? You sign someone up, you get that bonus, it's over. So that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for this. I'm here for the residual income because I have residual bills, right? And as you fill up your team, right, the incomes increase. And you can see, people always ask me, hey, I need to make this much money. How long will it take me before I make this much money? I don't know. I don't know. But what I can tell you is if you have 600 people on your team and they're doing about $200 in business as a group, then you're going to be making about $100,000 a year, right? Because it's the 6 plus the 2 plus this times 12. That's about $100,000 a year. And that's only level 4, and our company pays 9 levels in that one bonus. So, that bonus alone, guys, is the meat and potatoes, okay? Just imagine how much money you made last year. Would you like 5% of your income from last year, this year? Would you like that bonus? If you made $100,000, would you like someone to give you $5,000 this year? Pretty good. What if we gave it to you monthly? That'd be better? It's monthly. We earn 5% of our organizational volume monthly. Every month. Every month. The people that I told about LifeVantage 5 years ago that are using the product, I'm still earning 5% of them 5 years later. Right? Pretty cool way to pay those residual bills. The matching bonus, I call it the moving bonus. Anybody ever move from one house to the next? That's not fun, because you do it by yourself, right? This gives your team an incentive. It pays them to come help. Like the movers. Pay the movers, they show up, right? The company pays your team, they show up. I'm here, right? I'm here to help. A lot of you guys are in that matching bonus, okay? By the way, another side story. My cousin who signed my wife and I up, her matching bonus alone is $21,000 because she signed us up. One call, and that's monthly. It's not yearly, that's monthly. It has no cap. The more distributors you have in your group, the bigger that bonus is. This one is global revenue sharing, not profit sharing. So when you become an Elite Pro 7, 8 or 9 or 10, you start to share in the global revenue. The world becomes your downline. So there's people in this room, in these rooms, that are not in my organization. And I love the fact that we can help build your teams because the revenue you produce I still get paid on, even though you're not in my organization, okay? These bonuses last month represented almost $40,000 in bonuses per Pro 10, right? Because you get all 4 shares of that, right? Well, I'll show you the breakdown here. This might make it a little easier. So here's the ranks of the company, 1 through 10, right? Pro 1 being someone that does $1,000 a month in sales. A Pro 10 being someone that does $1 million a month in sales or more. Now this was from 14 to 15, so we normally do these annually. And there's the monthly average of the incomes there, okay? And so somewhere on there, this becomes worth your while. I don't know where, I don't know what your number is, but somewhere on there, this is worth your time and effort. And there are people in this room that have reached all of those ranks, right? And so I think the best thing that we can do at this point is if you're a Pro 5 or higher, come up here with me. Pro 5 or higher, come up here with me. Come on, I'll give you guys a second to get up here. Come on in, come on in. So as they funnel in here, kind of split this up so they can see the screen. Okay? So everybody that's in front of you guys is Pro 5 or higher, right? So you can see the average incomes of Pro 5s, right? They're $2,000. That's an average income. That doesn't mean everybody up here is making $2,000, but that's the average. Okay? And so what I would like for you guys to do, let's start on the end down there, and let's work our way this way. Just say who you are, where you live, and what's your rank.
That's great.
Go ahead, let's start. 4, okay, great.
That's great. I live in Georgia, Pro 6. Amy Schleissner, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Pro 5.
I'm Mike Barnes from Atlanta, Pro 6.
Allison Barnes from Atlanta, Pro 5. Brady Bunn from Tampa, Florida, Pro 5.
Chance Brooker from Atlanta, Georgia, Pro 8.
Billy Brooker, Atlanta, Georgia, Pro 8.
Kimberly Lackwood, Auburn, Georgia, Atlanta, Pro 5.
I'm Mike Litt, Auburn, Georgia, Pro 5.
Jean Sonnenfeld, Atlanta, Georgia, Pro 5.
Okay, so don't go anywhere. Give them a round of applause. So I do this because I want you guys to know this works, right? I know you guys are thinking it worked for me and that's it, but it works, right? And so I know you, but I don't know your background. What did you or your family do for a living, and what's LifeVantage done for you guys?
I'm educated as a teacher, so educated. And I was also running a nonprofit when LifeVantage found us. We were working about, my husband and I each, we're working probably somewhere between 50 to 80 hours a week. And not all of it was what we were passionate about, but we didn't have the means to do what we were just, where our hearts were leading us. And then LifeVantage came and found us, and we now have a lot more freedom. I cannot tell you how much less stress I have in my life, and I'm so excited about the future because this was an answer that I had no idea where to even look, but because somebody shared it with me, it's been totally
Awesome, thank you. Thank you for that. Give her a round of applause. I know Brandy, so Brandy, would you tell people that you know that she lives in Florida? We're not family, but we're very close to each other through mutual friends. So tell them what you used to do.
I was a cardiac nurse for 12 years at Tampa General, and I've been retired since March of 2013. My kids all the time.
Awesome. What do you do?
I'm a veterinarian, still a veterinarian, because I love being a veterinarian.
So is this product wrong?
Oh my God, it's a lifestyle. Oh my God.
And I don't know her. That wasn't scripted.
100%. If you've got a dog over 7, you need to talk to your vet. If your vet has to talk to somebody, there's like 6 vets in this room. They haven't talked to them, talk to us because it's time to get long story. I'm a veterinarian, but I'm not a veterinarian full time anymore because now I've got freedom. So I'm
you guys to kind of get a little bit of a snapshot of what's going on, some of the success that's going on, because I think a lot of you guys, it doesn't have to be $2,000. I think a lot of you, if you knew you could make $500 a month, for sure you would sign up. I mean, you'd be crazy not to. 500. You sign up once as a distributor, and you make $500 every month after. So there's proof, right, that it happens, right? All different walks of life. And then obviously 1,000, 2,000, and on down to the bigger money becomes life-changing money. And truly, there is nothing that you can touch that can change your life financially like a network marketing company. So let me just say something bold. I want you to become a LifeVantage distributor because I think your best chance of success in any network marketing company, if you're ever going to make money in network marketing, this is it. No one has ABC News. No one has the studies. We have patents. No one can touch that. That alone is why you should be here. Our comp plan pays 50 cents on the dollar. Go find one like that. They don't exist. But if for some reason this isn't your match, just please get in network marketing. Get in network marketing. You would be silly to not take advantage of the wave that's coming. If you don't think social media has taken over the world, you are asleep. The largest taxi company in the world does not own a taxi. It's called Uber. And it happened like that. Okay? You just gave me the nod. You're buying more on Amazon now than you ever have. Everything is going social. Social networking. This is networking. When you do it right, it's fun. It changes people's lives. When you do it wrong, it's not fun. And it changes no one's life. Okay? Last thing I'm going to talk about this company. This is Forbes magazine, guys. Look at the date. June 26th. Forbes magazine ranked LifeVantage in the top 5 performing stocks in the United States. Forbes. Not me, not your friend. Forbes. And listen, they're right here, right? The companies are right here. Some pharmaceutical company, some investment company, and then some company out of Utah called LifeVantage. I don't see Facebook. I don't see Coca-Cola. I don't see Apple there. You know why? They've already gone through the tipping point. They've already hit critical mass. Mark Zuckerberg didn't call me or you. And you do know, guys, you do know that thing started out with just a few people in the dorm room, right? And you know some people told that guy no? Ooh, that was a bad no. You do know Microsoft started in a garage. You saw that picture with those hippies? Yep. So just because you're in a room, because a lot of times we only have 10 or 20 people in a room. And because it's only a few people, think, it's not going to be anything. That's Forbes magazine, guys. Forget what your friend said. That's Forbes magazine. So here, check this out. 3 days later, Business for Home puts out an article and rates LifeVantage as a AAA opportunity. Right? They say that they highly recommend it. There is a high certainty that the net benefit is substantial for a new representative. Hello. That's not LifeVantage. That's Business for Home. That's our CEO. I told you, if you're ever going to make money in network marketing, this is it. This is it. And this is the final thing, guys. You guys know Richard Branson? Yeah. If someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure that you can do it, say yes and then learn how to do it later. Woo. That's you. That's every guest in here. You're like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. That's why you do it. If you don't have any time, that's why you should do this. I mean, that's how you want to go through the rest of your life? No time? If you don't have the money, is that how you want to go through the rest of your life? Broke? No time and no money is why you do this. And it doesn't matter if you've never done it. It doesn't matter if you failed 20 times. If an opportunity comes, it's amazing. Don't pass it up. Say yes, figure it out. Just figure it out. That's what I did. That's what a lot of distributors are doing. Figured it out. There's a big pot of money at the end of this thing if you figure it out. And at the worst, you're going to get really healthy and meet some really cool friends and sweat together. So that's all I got. My voice is done. I'm going to turn this back over to Jessica Creed.